Alright, so now you have basically a good feel of how to attack in Tekken, right? You throw out your mids, you throw out your highs, try to move around, try to throw out some mid pokes, high pokes. If they're standing a lot, you throw out some lows, maybe do some throws if they're blocking a lot. If you have chances, you can maybe throw out some launchers, you know, and do your combos, what you like. But next, how do we defend in Tekken? So this is also one of the more difficult parts of the game, of course. So, let's say, for example, I was fighting a Heihachi online. He did all these moves. I have no idea what was going on. He just wrecked me. What do I do? So, this is a really good place to go to training mode. Take Heihachi, put him as your opponent. Go to your CPU opponent action 1. Go to repeat action. Then we go down here, repeat action 1. Record. So now, I can control my opponent's character. So, like I said before, let's say he was doing all these buttons, all these moves. I have no idea what these moves are. But I remember he was doing this palm strike, right? With both hands. So maybe it's a 1+2 move? Ah, yeah, that's the button. So let's see. I wanted to practice against this move. So, I'll go here. It's going to be different if you're on PlayStation. Maybe you have to hit the touchpad button. On my stick, I hit the share button. And you hit the circle or 4 button. And it will start recording. So now, I can try to do that 1+2 move. And if I hit the playback button, it's going to do exactly what I just recorded. Exactly. Good. So let's make it a little faster. Hold back. And then I can get him to do that move. And I can see, oh, I see, it's a mid. So if I try to duck it, okay, I get hit. So don't try to duck this move. If I block it, okay, I can block it. Can I do my launcher? Can I hop kick him after it? He blocked it. Doesn't seem fast enough. So I need something faster. Let's try... Nope, not fast enough. Oh, that was fast enough. Oh, there we go. That was fast enough. So you can see on this bottom there, it said punish. So what's a punish? So basically, a punish is when you block a move and you're able to hit your opponent before they can block. So it's basically free damage. So if I ever block this move, if I do a fast enough move, I get a punish, I get free damage. So this is very, very important to stop your opponent just from doing whatever they want all the time. But, of course, it's going to take a little bit of practice, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of studying about what exactly you need to do to punish your opponent's move. Well, maybe you're thinking, oh man, where do I start? There's so many moves, right? Oh, there's like 100 moves for me, there's 100 moves for my opponent. How am I going to know what to do? How am I going to know what to punish what with what? Well, I suggest that it's just going to be a lot of trial and error. So, whenever I pick up a new character especially, I really like to learn 3 basic punishes. So, you might hear people talking about frames. So what is a frame exactly? So think of frames as like a frame of animation. So maybe, you know, when you have like, you know, hand-drawn cartoons, right? And each of those different drawings is one frame. So that's basically what it is in Tekken too. And another way you can think about it is just, it's basically the speed, like how fast your moves come out. So, I usually like to think of having 3 different punishes, basically 3 different speeds of moves. And I usually like to do this for, let's see, a fast punish, a middle punish, and of course your launching punish. And typically this will be, if you want to know the numbers, this will be around like a 10 frame punish. So in Tekken, almost every character has a 10 frame punish in most situations. And those usually start with your one button, or your left punch jab. And most characters will have a string from it. For example, Feng Wei can do 1-3. That's a 10 frame jab punish. Or 1-2-2. Oh, there's another one. So you can do whichever one you like, right? So, if ever you're blocking a move, and you want to see, is it punishable? Can I do anything afterwards? Do your fastest punish first. And you can just see, did it work? Yes? There you go, that's a punish. And then you can kind of discourage your opponent from always doing that move over and over again, right? So for example, we go back to our old example. He's doing this thing here. I punished it. I punched it again. I punched again. Stop doing that move, Heihachi. So basically, that's how you kind of discourage your opponent from throwing out unsafe moves, because you can get free damage every time you do it. And like I said, for characters, I usually like to think of them having basically 3 basic punishes. Of course, if you really want to go in deep, you can find like your best punish for every character, for every move, for every situation. But in general, I think you should have at least 2. Try to remember at least 2 punishes. 1, at least do a 1-2. I think almost every character can do that, right? 1-2. So you block a move, 1-2. After you block a move. If you think it was punishable, you don't think it was safe, try a 1-2. If it's maybe a little more unsafe, you can try your launcher, whatever your launcher might be, and see if those work or not. So, in general, when you're finding out your opponent's moves, we said, okay, this was a mid, and this was a jab punishable. So let's try a different mid. Here's this double axe kick move. Maybe I saw Heihachi do this move a lot on me. So let's record it. Record it, double axe kick move. Let's try to punish this. So basically, I blocked. Okay, I can jab punish it. You just practice this over and over again, get your muscle memory. Okay. Let's try my middle punish. So for Feng Wei, a really good one is back 1-2. It's a shoulder. I think this is about 13 frames. Oh, that worked too. Okay. So when I block this one, try the next punish. Okay, that worked. How about maybe I can launch it? Can I do a launcher on it? Oh, I can. Okay, so that's what I do for that move. That's the best punish then. Block the mids, launch, do my combo. It's like, oh man, Heihachi's never going to want to do that move again on me. Right, theoretically. So that's basically how you do it, especially when you block a mid. A lot of mids tend to be punishable. But not all the time. Not all the time. Depends on the move, of course. But what if it's not punishable? What if it's not punishable at all? Maybe I saw Heihachi do this move sometimes. He blocked it. He blocked my jab. But that's my fastest punish, but he's blocking it. What do I do? But also, you might notice, it's a high. So that means I can block the first hit. Oh, I can react to the second hit and just duck. It's like, oh, I know it's a high, so I go under it. So what do I do after I duck? So now we have to kind of learn about while standing moves. So, how this works, when you duck and you let go of down, your character will stand up, right? And you actually have different moves than normal when you're in this kind of in-between standing and ducking animation. So basically how you do it is you just hold down, you let go of down, and then you hit a button, and you'll do a kind of a while standing move, a while standing version of that attack. And you have different punishes. So basically, the fastest one is going to be this while standing 4, but you're probably going to have a launcher also. For Feng Wei, it's while standing 3. And he can do, oh yeah, he gets a full combo from this, eh? Ah, yes, perfect. So, you can probably guess where this is going, right? So, he does his mid, he does his highs. I react to the second high, I duck, I launch punish it after you duck. So, even though if I block it, he's safe. I can't do anything, or even out of range sometimes, right? Oh, I can't do anything, but I notice it's like, oh, it's a high, launch. Launch that way. If you want something faster, you can also do just your rising 4, most characters have. That's going to be a little faster punish. Next, same idea. If you block a low, maybe Heihachi like to do this move a lot, this jumping sweep. So I saw the sweep coming in. You hold down back, you block low. And you do the same thing. Ah, I can punish it. So usually you want to do your 4 first. Try your while standing 4 punish first. That's going to be your fastest one. If that worked, okay, that was a punish. Try the launcher. Oh, that works too. Okay. And you're going to want to try that for, you know, many different moves. You saw Heihachi's or opponents do this. Like, oh, this is a really popular one, right? He's always punching my legs. Ouch. This one's pretty hard to see. So if you can see it, you kind of have to guess, right? It's like, okay, okay, I can punish it. So you block it. Can I launch it? I can. So that's how you basically learn those punishes. So far, you kind of get the idea, right? If it's a high, you duck. If it's a mid, you block, and then you do a punish. You do your fastest punish. If that worked, try your next fastest punish, and then your next fastest, and then your launchers to see if those worked. And then you just basically practice and you train your muscle memory to do that when you see it in online matches, hopefully. But there's going to be another thing. Sometimes you have some moves that are not punishable, but they're also a mid. I can't duck it, and I can't punish it. Maybe there's a move like that, right? Okay, Hachi kept doing this to me. Okay. It's a mid. What? It's safe. My fastest punish doesn't do anything. Okay. It is a mid, right? Can I duck? No, it hit me. What do I do? Maybe I can sidestep it. Can I? Nope. Didn't work? Ah, it can. Oh, okay. I can sidestep it. So it's a little trickier to learn, but you have to have the kind of the right timing to do it. And you can sidestep out of the way. And of course, if you time it right, you can sidestep and then you can punish them also. It's going to take a little bit of practice to learn the timing, right? That was like a full launcher, right? You get a full launch combo. So if it's a mid, it looks safe, maybe you can sidestep it on reaction. So try to look out for that. But of course, you also have other moves. Let's see, I also saw Heihachi do this move a lot. This is a very popular move. What do I do here? Okay, it seems safe. Can't duck it. Sidestepping seems very hard. I can't really seem to sidestep it. Seems very, very fast. Very difficult for me. Very difficult. This seems like a very good move, right? But one trick about it is, oh, the first hit is high. So if I know it's going to be coming out, I can't really react, but maybe I can kind of anticipate him going to try this out on me. So I'm about this range. Oh, I got counter hit. That's not good. Oh, okay. I can do it if I'm fast enough, right? It's a little dangerous, right? So probably you just want to block. I'd recommend. Just block, maybe go for a throw. Maybe go for a fast low they can't see. Or, if you can, try to space it out. Try to move away. If you can. Try to move away from them. That's another option. But in general, that move's pretty good, I think. So we'll see. We covered mids, highs, lows. What else do opponents do on me sometimes? You also have to throw me sometimes. So this is also a good place to practice your throw breaks, right? So you're throwing, try to hit a button. Okay, you see the hands come at you, you hit the 1. Okay. This is going to take a lot of practice. I'm also not very good at this one either. And of course you want to practice both types of throws, right? There's a throw there. There's a different throw there. So throws with different throw breaks. So first I did the 2. That was a 2 throw. Next I did a 1+2. So you kind of have to just practice that way, but that's going to definitely take some time to learn. Also one more. This is another type of punish. Heihachi's love to do this move. Demon uppercut. Forward, forward 2. This is something else you have to be really careful about when learning how to punish. So I block the move. Whoa, I'm so far away. So some moves just have a lot of pushback, right? And you try to punish it. Whoa, I can't do anything, right? My 1 doesn't reach. Can I launch it? Oh, my launcher doesn't reach. So you just have to kind of figure out, oh, that's not fast enough. So you kind of have to just go through your move list, basically, and figure out, oh, there we go. There's the punish. So almost every character in the game has at least something they can do to punish these moves. If they have a lot of pushback, you just have to try to figure out what move has the combination of range and speed that can punish it. And that just takes a lot of either, experimentation or Maybe you can just go online and you can ask people about what the best punish is for certain situations. Or, as I just remembered, you can go down here to punishment training. This is actually a really good tool that they put in the game recently. So let's say I wanted to learn this matchup. Let's say I'm a Fenway player, and I fought this Heihachi, and I want to learn how to punish. So, they'll do moves, and it'll tell you what the best punish is. So it's a little confusing because I'm on the wrong side here, so let's flip it. There we go. Okay, so it's telling me my hop kick. Oh, okay, so I can launch punish that one. While rising. What's that mean? Ah, so that's my while standing moves, eh? So now I'm crouching, right? So this move actually forces me to duck. So I actually have to do a while standing 4 or while rising 4. This one is a back 1-2. Okay. While crouching. Oh, I see. So this is a little different, actually. It wants me to do a block, and then I have to hit down, forward, and right punch while I'm still blocking. But I hold the down, forward. It's a little more difficult. We call it a full crouch move. So for Fenway, it'll look like that. That's a launcher. And back 1-2, we did that earlier. Same thing, so I have to block, but you can really do anything, right? So I can block and just do a 4. That's still a punish. It's just not as good, right? It's not his best punish, right? Fenway can also do, like, you know, while standing 3. That's way easier, maybe, for some people. A little too slow on that one. Okay, that was fast enough. And I'll just go through all the motions. It's like, oh yeah, back 1-2 is really good for Fenway, huh? That's a launcher there. And it'll just repeat, right? And I can practice this one again, right? So you block it. I have to hit down, forward, eh? Down, forward, 2. So a little too slow. And he can get like a full launcher from this too, right? Yeah. Maybe it looks something like that. So that's punishment training. So it's pretty good. You go to the harder mode. I believe the harder mode just doesn't tell you what the punish is right away, right? So you can just kind of practice. It's like, okay, I learned this one recently. It tells me to block low, so I know to do this. It's just kind of like reaction, muscle memory training. That didn't work. So that wasn't the best punish, but it was still a punish, right? Again, not the best punish, but still a punish. Which is really the most important thing, right? You can practice your combos also. It's kind of good for muscle memory. You know, you get the idea, right? It's a launch punish. Yeah, full combo. So it's really good just to practice your muscle memory for like a lot of pretty popular moves, but it won't tell you everything, of course. Alright, it's me again from the future. So, again, I want to mention another thing I forgot is about low parries. So a low parry is an ability all characters have. Every character can do this. So you just hit down forward, so down and towards your opponent when a low is about to hit you. So for this example, I swapped out Heihachi for Law, since Law has a really famous low parry string. Looks like this. You might have seen this a lot online yourself if you fought against Law. So they call this junkyard sometimes, some people do. So you can see here, it's middle, low, middle. So, while you have to low parry, try to punish it, no good. Too fast. I can't punish it. Can I sidestep it? No, you can't sidestep it. Maybe I can duck under the duck. Oh, I can't interrupt it either. So you really have to low parry. So you just hit down forward right when that kick's about to hit you. That low kick. You just tap down forward, and you'll just sweep their leg out from under them, and you can do a combo from there. You can do like your normal combo. Basically as if you launched your opponent is how you would do this. And that's basically it for low parries. Again, it's something I'd recommend you can do early. So for the timing, you just have to hit down forward when the low is about to hit you. And I'd also recommend doing it early. Earlier is better than later. You actually have more time to parry it if you do it early. The game's kind of lenient that way. Another thing I should mention about low parries is you have to have enough, I guess, space or time in order to do it. So for example, he does it again. I try to low parry after I get hit on the first hit. You can't low parry here, because if I get hit on the first punch, my character doesn't have enough available time to do a low parry. He has to block, and then he can low parry. So if you're trying to low parry and you know it's not working, maybe because your character didn't have enough time to be able to do a low parry. One other thing I wanted to mention about low parries in general is that they mostly have to be kicks or punches. If you try to low parry like a low knee, for example, or maybe some of the more strange moves like a Noctis weapon, for example, some moves you actually just can't low parry ever. So just keep that in mind. Alright, next, let's talk about maybe knockdown defense. So let's have a Heihachi. Let's do a move here, knocks me down. Record myself, get knocked down. Just gotta hold forward to get knocked down. Oops. So if you hold forward while you're getting knocked down, you do a little spring kick like that. That's how you do that. So you hold forward while getting knocked down, you'll get up really fast. You don't always want to do it, because sometimes your opponent can hit you while you're trying to flip up like that. If you're just lying on the floor like this, the safest thing is just hold back, and you'll get up like that, and you'll block if you try to get up. Other examples is you can get hit, and you can hit punches. So if you hit like the 1, you'll do a little roll first. This is helpful if your opponent tries to, do a stomp or step on you while you're on the ground. You might avoid some hits this way. I think if you... Oop, gotta stop holding forward there. If you hit 2... nothing. I see. So if you hit... Oops, sorry. If you hit 1, you roll, then get up. If you want to roll, I think the other way. Let's see, I think it's down, right? Yes. So if you hold down and hit 1, you'll roll the opposite direction. So that's how you control which direction you hold. So if you're lying on your back, you hit 1, you roll up. You get knocked down, you hit 1 and down, you roll the other direction, and you'll be face down. Other options, you can also do some kicks. You can do wake-up kicks. So if you hit 4, you do a little wake-up kick there. It's kind of good sometimes to keep your opponent off of you. Do a 3, you can do a low version. Another popular option, you get knocked down, you hit 3 plus 4. So left kick, right kick. And you'll do a little spring kick up. It's kind of a bad example for Feng Wei, because he doesn't have like the regular one. Feng Wei is a special one. Maybe a bad example for this video. But basically you hit 3 plus 4 and you'll do like this launching kick. Feng Wei's doesn't go that far. But most characters will fly across the screen maybe when you see it. But you don't want to do these all the time, because sometimes it's a little dangerous, right? Let's see if I can find it in this option here. Actually, it'd be here. Stand. Ground technique. Stand up. I see. So you have ground techniques. That's basically rolling. This is how you get the AI to do it. So if you do like a quick side roll, right? And the AI will roll. Wake up techniques. Here's the spring attack, right? Spring kick. And he should do the spring forward like that. And sometimes it's good if you're trying to, run up your opponent. Oh, they, keep the pressure off of you while I'm trying to pressure you while you're on the ground. You can do 3 plus 4. But you don't want to do it all the time, because sometimes your opponent can bait it, right? And then they can launch you forward, right? And you need another huge combo. So you don't want to be predictable when you do this. It's very dangerous, but it's sometimes good to throw it every now and then.